So let's say this is our base material and we want to add some patina to this object. And if you just want to affect the diffuse, the easiest way is to use some V-Ray dirt. So go to that diffuse and set up V-Ray dirt map here. Let's copy that color to the unoccluded color slot and keep the occluded color as black. And you can see the edge is getting, the inside edge is getting darker, acquiring some sort of a patina. Okay, if you want to make that effect stronger, you either have to go here and copy this dirt map and paste it into itself a couple of times, which can be a little bit difficult to adjust later on. But as you can see, it works perfectly. Or you have another option, you can go okay, let's get rid of those dirts. And the other option is the following: you change those colors to black and white. Okay, swap them around so the whites are the occluded areas, and set up a mix map right here. The dirt is going to be the mix amount, and we're going to mix together two colors. So the base is going to be green, and the dirty areas are going to be whatever you want. For example, I don't know, something brownish, kind of like that. And now you can adjust just the dirt without messing up your colors by running an output map right here between the mix and dirt. Okay, so put an output here, and you can easily make that dirt stronger by adding a couple of points and bringing these levels closer to each other. Basically what happens is you increase the contrast of your V-Ray dirt, make it stronger. Okay, this is the mask you're getting. Okay, and now when you render, you can see the dirt effect is much stronger. Alright, so that's some basic patina to the inner edges. But you can also add patina to concave areas by using the tension modifier. So let's look at the tension modifier. Okay, and let's get rid of those greens. And what we want is, you want a concave scale to be larger than 0. So let's say 2, maybe 3. And maybe let's even blur it a bit. Okay, I kind of like this result. And I kind of like this mask. So if you want to use the patina on the concave areas, you just create a vertex color map here. And use that as your mix amount. Make sure you set it to the correct channel. And now you get the effect in these concave areas. If you wish to combine both effects, you can easily do that as well. You just have to composite these two together. So let's add a composite map, keep that as our first layer, and create a new layer for the composite and assign that output map here. Okay, I'm just going to lay those out, it's easier to see. Okay, let's go to that composite, and basically we want to blend together the whites from this layer with the whites from that layer. So let's try the lighten mode. Let's see how the map looks. And it looks exactly like we want it to do. So now you should have the patina in the concave areas plus in the inner edges. And you can easily adjust both the dirt and the tension modifier to change those effects in appearance. Okay? Right, so that's if you just want to affect the diffuse. If you want to change something more than diffuse, so let's say we make a copy of this material, and the aged version should have a darker diffuse, maybe brownish, weaker reflections, different Fresnel IOR, different glossiness. And maybe stronger bump. Okay, actually maybe weaker bump. Okay, so let's say you want to blend together these two layers. So then what you would do is you just create a vary blend. Just use this one as base and this one as coat. And finally you take that composite of dirt and tension and drag it to the coat mask. That's the blend amount here. Okay. And once you assign the material, you can see the mask in action, actually using those two different materials to create patina on the object. Okay, and you can easily adjust any property of the material however you want. So let's say we don't want reflections at all, we want perfect glossiness, and we want it to be darkish gray, and make that green one a bit shinier. And it works perfectly. So that's the way you can apply patina to objects in V-Ray.